Yeah, the main principles we want to adapt to architecture when it comes to ecology is pretty much anything and everything. There's almost nothing wrong in a textbook on ecology with how we might adapt it to architecture. All of those principles, certainly how we think about flora and fauna, have to be integrated in some ways in our cities and in our buildings and in the materials that we use to construct them. There's just no other way to think about it. Some of the primary ones might be in biodiversity. I think that we are really good at killing things. Every 7 minutes we're wiping out another creature on this planet. That's no good. So whatever it is that we're doing in the field of architecture or in the business of construction, we've got to make sure that we stop that. And probably try not to build new buildings. For now, we don't need more of those. More adaptive reuse of existing infrastructure and buildings themselves is probably a good idea from the ecological principle category. Although that doesn't mean that we can't do new buildings, we just have to do it in a way that's more sensitive than ever. Yeah, do I think it's possible to plant or grow buildings, or can we get rid of construction in the form of building? Yeah, absolutely. We can actually make furniture by growing things. We can eventually get to full-scale building skins. It just takes some time unless we want to rush it. And I think the precautionary principle in science tells us that we probably shouldn't rush these things. We should carefully think about their growth and how they would then be reinserted into the landscape so that there's one thing not privileging the other. But for a very long time, I think we've been thinking about growing architecture and planting architecture. None of it surprises me. I think the audience really liked my discussion about a bottle of scotch, which takes around 10 or 12 years before you get that product. And I think that's a sort of a hilarious point, because we do wait a long time for something of quality. So why not wait to grow our homes in the same fashion? It's okay to do that. Of course, that does upset some people because our economies and our return on investments don't work at that pace. But the planet doesn't work at the pace of our economies. So it's a time that the economy and the planet sort of get in alignment with one another. If we're going to extract resources at such a rapid pace, we're not going to last that long. So I think we need to sort of slow down and do things that may take a little bit of time that actually make sense with the Earth's metabolism.